Hello, this is from Unit 4. It's Lesson 5 in related rates. It's Part 2. So question 36 there. A boy is flying a kite. The string of the kite is being paid out at 10 meters a minute. Paid out is kind of an odd expression, but I assume they mean let out. So I'm going to put the boy's hand at 0. It doesn't really matter, I guess. We're assuming that where he's holding it is at 0 meters. So here is my awesome kite. Put a tail on it. There we go. All right, so the length of the string, let's call that, maybe we won't call that H, it'll be confusing. Let's call it L. So dL by dt. So the length of that string is changing at 10 meters per minute. The kite is moving horizontally, so it is trying to pull away from the boy. It's moving in that direction. So let's call that the x direction. So dx by dt equals, kite is moving horizontally. It doesn't tell me. Oh, that's not good. And the height is 150 meters above the ground. All right. So we know the y. I'll call that the y value. So I know y is 150. Find the rate at which the kite is moving when it's 250 meters from the boy. Oh, so this is what we are looking for. We're looking for dx by dt. So the assumption here by the given information is that the height is not changing. So dh by dt, or dy by dt is 0. So that forms a right angle triangle. So from Pythagorean theorem, h squared equals a squared plus b squared. Derivative 2h dh by dt equals 2a dA by dt plus 2b ab by dt. 2's all drop out. And dy by dt, so I'll put the star here, that means dy by dt has to be 0 because it stays at a constant height. It doesn't really indicate it's moving, which means that in my case here, I should have used that. Let's say this one is going to go to 0. Excuse me. So we are looking for dx by dt, which is my dA. It's a good thing I've changed variable systems on us here. So dA by dt will equal h dh by dt over a. So, of course, this is crossed up, so that's my L. So that was my 10. And now I have to figure out my L and A. So when the kite is 250 meters away from the boy, so that means that is my kite is moving when it's 2. So we know my X value, which is my A. I really made this more confusing than it had to be. We got to figure out the length of the string. So length of string using Pythagorean theorem, h squared equals a squared plus b squared. So a squared was 250, and then the constant 150. So 250 squared plus 150 squared gives me 85,000. Does that go down evenly? It does not. So at this point in time, I'll just call it the square root of 85,000. 5,000. And they reduce it. So I'm not sure I really want to play with, I mean, it's time kind of wasted here. So 25 divided by 2. So it comes out to be 12 and a half. Where does ours come out here? I don't have a good feeling about this because times 10 divided by 250 comes out to be 11.7. All right, so I'm take a pause here to see if I can figure out my error. So based on how I interpreted that question, I'm not sure where they got their answer, 25 over 2, because it doesn't really, it seems to me that the height remained constant. So if they looked at it from a proportion, it would be quite a jump. So I'm going to say at this point in time, the answer provided was incorrect. Just because based on the information it's given, that's how I interpreted the answer. If you have any further questions or comments, please feel free to pass them along, and I'll definitely take a look at them.